Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're well. We'll take a show of hands for questions, please. Mike to your side of the room. Set embargo partway through for 10:30 p.m. this evening. Start with Sean.
Hi, Pep. Coming up against a Southampton side tomorrow that haven't lost since January, they've got that winning feeling. It's not going to be straightforward tie for you, is it?
Yeah, 19 games unbeaten, able to knock out Fulham and Arsenal, so speak for itself. So good rhythm. Great opportunity to get the final.
For the club, it's the 8th straight semi-final, a chance for a 4th consecutive final, which has never been done before. When you do eventually leave this club, how proud, how much will it mean to you seeing your name alongside all of these records in English football?
No, living day by day. No, it's not. Records are numbers. It means how fine we have been. Oh, we are, and will be. So that is the point. So, no, I wouldn't wake up in the morning and think, we won what you won, make me that day happier. No, it's what happened, and now we have opportunity, play semi-final Wembley again, and try in a few weeks, reach the final.
Hi Pep, in the position you're in, you've already won silverware this season, you're top of the Premier League and in a semi-final. How excited are you about the players and the way the team is playing at this moment?
Yeah, they are happy. The guys that don't play much, not as much happy. That must be. And now just focusing the game tomorrow, what you have to do with the selection for the, for the spirit, how it is, how recover the players for the last 2 incredible demanding games, and yeah. So semi-final always tough.
Having managed so many games at Wembley, both with Manchester City and previous, do you have maybe one game or one moment that stands out in your mind as your favourite?
Yeah, in 92, win the first Champions League with Barcelona was so important. Really, really important. And of course, the Champions League against United as well. And have been nice, good moments, bad moments. The FA Cup against United as well, give it the chance to win the treble before the final in Istanbul always was good.
Hi Pep, can I check on Rodri, please? How is he?
It's better.
Is he likely to play tomorrow?
No. We don't want to take risk.
Is he likely to be back before the Everton game?
I don't know yet, hopefully, but we don't want to take risk because if he's injured, we'll lose in the next 5 games, and Rodri is so important.
And there's been more reports this week about John Stones and his future. Is this an opportunity for him to play tomorrow? Perhaps he's coming to the end of his time.
Depends on the manager. That's for sure.
And can the manager give us a clue?
Yeah, definitely. I'll call you later.
Pep, you've spoken a lot, obviously, about understandably taking each game as it comes, despite the bigger picture. Is it almost easier to give that message to the group now, because every game is so important, than perhaps it has been at previous times in the season when the bigger picture felt like there was a lot more going on? Now it's just very focused. The next game is the most important.
It was not the first time we lived that. Of course, we have that game tomorrow, and after have 8 days until next Monday. So we have time to day off, recover, and make the last rush, the last run, the last sprint in 5 games, potential 6, depending tomorrow. And yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody will be involved. Yeah, otherwise, they will not be clear.
Yeah, how are you approaching the game tomorrow? Because obviously, you're playing against a team from the division below, but it's an FA Cup semi-final, a competition you've taken very seriously. You've had quite a settled team selection in recent weeks, but obviously you've only played a few days ago. I mean, how are you balancing the minutes in the legs that are already there versus the importance of this occasion?
Yeah, of course, it's the opponent part of the question mark, the way you had to play, but of course, it was so demanding the game against Arsenal. Emotionally, it's normal that games, and after 3 days later and 3 days later now, today, second day, the people were so tired, and now take a train 4 hours, from here to the hotel, and always is Wembley. Tomorrow will be a fantastic day. Always the grass is thick, so many thoughts still I am in my mind, and we'll see tomorrow.
Hi Pep. How difficult a selection is it tomorrow, because you've got such a long gap after this until the Everton game, in terms of like, could you lose momentum if you change too many players? How difficult a selection is it?
No, it's easier for the fact they have a lot, except Ruben, Rodri and Josko, the rest are fit. But of course you think, okay, it's the last effort, and after have 8 games. That was not the question. The question is, you will be ready for tomorrow playing 95 or maybe extra time with a lot of players that have a lot of meat in the legs. That is the question. So, and yeah, tonight in the train with my staff we'll have to finish to discuss.
Hi Pep, the club have announced that they're freezing season ticket prices for next season. What's your reaction to that? Does it show the importance of the fan engagement and how they fought for this?
Heads off for my chairman, for my CEO. This business, it doesn't work without the fans. Imagine play how it was in the COVID time right there, and we don't have people in our stadium. So I'm pretty sure that, of course, the club needs financially have enough resources to buy the best players as possible, to continue to pay the players, and of course it's necessary. But when the club think, okay, we can find it for the other way, and in the situation the world is difficult, and no increase the season tickets means a lot. Again, how special is this club? So how good it is. So hopefully, tomorrow they come back, and especially at the end of the season, the last 2-3 games at home that still we have, they can be there.
So this move comes in a time when other clubs are putting up ticket prices, and
I don't judge clubs. They are used to, but we don't judge our clubs. So they can do whatever they want.
And there's been a lot of discussion about the World Cup tickets and really expensive tickets and like $90 trains. What's your kind of opinion on that?
Before I remember, the World Cup, years ago, the World Cup was like a celebration of the joy of football for the nations, go there. And everyone traveled all around the globe, from other continents to see your country, to play there, and everything was affordable. No, modern times, right? So expensive. But I'm not, I'm not there, so I don't know the reason why. So hopefully they can think about it and make football for the fans. So, of course, you have to think about the sponsors, you have to think about all this kind of stuff, because otherwise it will be not sustainable. Everybody knows it. But so fans are the key. The key for this business can go on.